Chapter 40. I don't recall Dahlia inviting you. Are you really so shameless? Rhys sneered. I invited Dustin. Do you have a problem with that? Natasha took a few steps forward. Her domineering stance made Rhys take a few steps back. HMPH. You're a man that needs a woman to stand up for you. What a useless man. Rhys grimaced disdainfully. He added, and you? You'll regret it sooner or later, staying with this trash. What does that have to do with you? Stay away from me. Natasha snorted coldly. She put her arms around Dustin and walked into the hall without a care. Stupid bitch. You're so full of yourself. I'll get you in bed one day. Rhys gritted hissed teeth as he watched them walk away. He couldn't understand why someone as useless as Dustin was so good with women. Rhys, you're here to join the fun too. A fashionably dressed man exited a Maybach. Hey. Isn't that Jeff Anderson? You're here too. Chris's eyes lit up. It was none other than Hunter Anderson's son, Jeff Anderson. The Harmon family is launching a new company, so I had to come. Jeff smiled. Jeff. The Harmon family is honored to have someone like you attend the opening ceremony. Rhys started to butter him up. Nonsense. Even my dad has to show respect before the Steel Lady. What a business prodigy. I'm nothing compared to her. Jeff was very composed. You're being modest. Rhys smiled smugly, and quickly changed the topic. Speaking of the Steel Lady, I've never seen her before today. I wonder if she is as beautiful as they say. Among the 4 beauties of Swinton, Natasha ranks first. Her beauty is unmatched. It's a shame that no man can get their hands on such an exquisite woman. Jeff lamented. Not even you. Rhys was stunned. Bullshit. I would be honored even to carry her shoes. Jeff rolled his eyes. He dared not speak informally of someone of equal status to his father. If even you aren't worth it, what hope is there for the rest of us? Rhys sighed. To be honest, someone like the Steel Lady couldn't care less about a man's background. As long as she likes him, even a pauper could become a prince. Jeff added. Someone so lucky wouldn't exist. Rhys shook his head. That's hard to say, Jeff said with a chuckle, and continued, truth be told, I heard a rumor that the Steel Lady has found herself a boyfriend. She even plans to push him to the top in Swinton. Huh. Is that true? Rhys was so startled his body quivered with excitement. Why would I lie to you about this? I guess you'll be able to see it soon, Jeff quipped. Who is so lucky to get her attention? Rhys narrowed his eyes, his gaze filled with jealousy and admiration. After all, she was a business prodigy, one of the wealthiest people in Swinton. Not only did she have money and power, but she was also breathtaking. Such an exquisite woman was as rare as a 4-leaf clover. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure if you could get on good terms with him, you would have a bright future. Jeff reminded him. When you put it like that, I really want to know this guy. His eyes lit up, and he quickly asked, Jeff, you're quite influential. Can you get me an introduction? An introduction? I have yet to be introduced and you want me to introduce you? Jeff answered exasperatedly. Before coming, his father had asked him to strike up an acquaintance with this new guy. As long as they could become friends, he wouldn't have to worry for the rest of his life. I've told you what I can. It depends on yourself to change your fate. Jeff couldn't be bothered to say more. He waved his hand and entered the venue. Rhys smiled apologetically and trailed in behind. At this moment, he looked forward to meeting this person. Now that the Nolan family was facing bankruptcy, he could get help from the Harmon family and overcome this matter if he could get acquainted with this guy. Then he wouldn't need to abscond with the money.